Okay, off to the auction house. I'll list this right away since it should sell fairly quickly, and then leave open another slot. Okay, let's take a look at this ring. It's pretty interesting. So, most important here is the attack speed, the crit chance, and then maybe we'll look at dex, since that defines what classes are going to be prioritizing this ring here. We'll go fairly close on the search field for our dex, but we'll go lower on the attack speed and crit. Yeah, pretty strong. Ours has arcane as well. This one doesn't have a lot of dex, just like ours. It has a choice of primaries, just like ours. I think the crit plus attack speed is a really strong combination for a lot of people. Especially having that high of an attack speed. A lot of times you have to settle for getting 5 or 6 when you're looking for multiple affixes. Do we have anything else that matters? There's a smidge of vitality there. I guess I was wrong. I thought we had 2 different primaries, but that's better. So, a little bit of vitality, and the gold fine and damage don't really factor in. So this one has a little bit of vitality like ours, and it has lower attack speed but a 0.5% more crit, so fairly equivalent. But we've got an arcane resist as well, so I think these are ridiculously overpriced for this combination. Essentially all you're getting is a little bit of primary, a little bit of life, and all you're really paying for is the attack speed and the crit, so these seem very overpriced. Take a look at some of these things. This one has life on hit. It's starting at 1.4. This has no life, but it's got less on both, and it's got no lightning, which is slightly less than arcane. Okay, I think we can get a very, very quick sale here if we put this. I don't know. I'm going to lower this again just to get an idea of maybe. Severely lowered this to see kind of where that floor happens. So this is 1 million. So I think it happens when you lower the attack speed. I think that's the real determiner here. So 1 million at 6, 2 million at 7. Bam, 6 million, 10 million at 8. Yeah. That really determines it. So this is a pretty good equivalent to ours. You've got attack speed, crit chance. The gem slot is almost going to be exactly what our dexterity is offering, and then just essentially trading physical for arcane. And we've got a couple little bonus affixes that might sweeten the pot. This one's been up for almost a whole day though, with no activity. And this one at 10 million's been up for 30 hours, a little over 30 hours, so 29 hours. No more, yeah, 33 hours or so. So this one's got a bit more weapon DPS, but it doesn't have any life. Okay, this one's sold. Let's take a look at this. Resist all, so that's a strong additional affix. So essentially taking it from 3 affixes to 4. And that 36 resist all is arguably, depending on your character, arguably equivalent or better than the 27 vitality ours offers. For my character, they would be almost the same. For my character, actually the vitality right now slightly wins. But for a lot of when I factor in my bonus from energy armor, then this 36 resist all would win. Okay. So this one's a little difficult to price just because things jump so rapidly. What I'm going to do here is just search for the vitality, and I'm going to go pretty close to the vitality instead of the primary, and then I'm going to be able to see rings that are appealing to all classes. Okay, this is a little stronger. So this one's a strength, this one's nothing, nothing, strength, nothing, strength, 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 strength. Okay. So demon hunters are going to want to stack maybe crit plus crit damage, but it's pretty hard to look past 9% attack speed, so I'm thinking I want to go for like 5 million buyout at 6.5. Okay, let's take a look at this one because that had some interesting affixes. We'll determine if anything other than crit plus a socket is worthy to raise up a low weapon DPS. So we've got a Witch Doctor knife with attack speed, crit damage, and some lifesteal. Search for all of them, obviously, looking really narrow. If that doesn't get us enough results, then we'll take off the lifesteal, we'll look again. Then maybe we'll take off one of the other two and look again. Wow, so with all three of these you can get pretty decent numbers. That's interesting. 759. Yep. Wow. Pretty decent weapons for if you absolutely don't need a stacking crit chance builds. Some damn cheap weapons, good starter weapons for witch doctors. Okay, so this is out of the question. Let's take a look at this mojo, and we'll search for intellect, vitality, and that's about it, really. You can't search for the damage modifier, so ours has 364. These are of course nowhere near ours. Getting a little closer. A little closer. Okay, this one's a little higher, but it's got essentially nothing else of value. So we're probably looking around the 500,000 mark, and then change it from there. This one already has magic find for the same price. This one, but the damage is quite lower. Well, no, not really. That's what 290. 289? So like 70 something lower than ours? Yeah, that's enough lower. Okay. to say 315, 400. Okay, so that's it for auction house slots, but the brimstone should sell soon. We've already looked at the knife. Let's take a look at this one. I'll search for the vitality and the attack speed separately and not together. That'll narrow down the opportunities a little too much. But so we're looking at any two-hander, and we're trying to get into the 1200s. Okay. So 150 gets us really close. And this one also has attack speed. So this is fairly identical to ours. This one doesn't have the attack speed, but this one's got a lot of attack speed. Problem with really slow two-handers is the attack speed is just worth so much less. But this one's also around the 150 mark. So maybe, put this up and get a really quick 75k sale. I feel like that would take a while to find the right buyer, though. It'd be an easy choice once the buyer looks for something like this, but I don't think the market's too strong for these things. Okay, perfect magic find, and then a little bit of strength or dex. Yeah, not gonna work. Okay, intelligence, resist all, and armor. Going very low on these numbers comparatively because there's no life component, so I want to get a broad spectrum of what pants like this might go for, if they're going at all, because I want to find ones on this list that don't have vitality. Okay, so far all of them don't. Here's one, but it's already up at 4 million, so intellect, resist all, armor. Yeah, pretty naked, essentially what we've got here. Problem is, these have been up for quite a while, and it doesn't look like they've had any bids. Yeah, this one's got a bid. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. Nope. Okay, so one of them with the 300,000 mark has a bid, but ours is better than this on the intelligence and the resistance. And we've got pickup, which is really tough to determine in terms of a price, but I think that'll easily differentiate ours from anyone else's. Nice, that was that ring. So we priced that ring really well. It sold right away. Clears up a slot for these pants, I think. So I'm thinking we can go just under this guy. We can go 1,450.